Okay, let me try to make sure I say this because I love Micah Parsons. Okay, Micah Parsons is an incredible player, and Micah Parsons is a grown ass man who is a multimillionaire who can do anything that he wants to do. Okay, and I can't look at him and say you shouldn't be doing a podcast because I've got my own business too, and I do a podcast. I do videos while I'm working at my job, which is I'm self-employed though. I am I'm not only the client, I'm the player president of my own company. But be that as it may, I do this, and for me to say Micah Parsons having big play Slay on, is kind of like those who are living in a glass house, because on Wednesdays I go on the Dan Saleo show and, so on. But I will try to say there is a difference because I'm not there to pump you up, okay? I'm there killing the Eagles. I'm going to tell you, when I go on the Eagles podcast, now make no mistake about it, Philly 500 is my dog, okay? Philly 500 and me have both been through some different shit and things behind the scenes that y'all don't know about, where we've been there for each other. We are cool as people. But when it comes to our teams, you see how vicious Philly 500 has been with me, right? When I go on the Dan Saleo show, I'm not there pumping them up and, kiss, no, you Eagles. No, I'm in there because I'm trying to kill them. I'm going to tell y'all what the skit's going to be, okay? If you watched last week where they were laughing at me and I was drinking, good old Zaya rum here, had quite a few drinks. I'm going to be drinking this time too. But see, this time, I'm going to do me a nice mixed drink. I'm going to get a little lemon twist, get maybe a lime twist in it. Might even put a little umbrella, a little straw, and I'm going to sip on it. And I'm going to try and make them cry, okay? I am going to try to make them cry. I'm not going to be there to pump them up like Mike is pumping up Derrick Henry. He's literally, look, we feel stupid as shit right now because Jerry Jones literally last week said, well, we couldn't afford Derrick Henry. We couldn't afford Derrick Henry, and everything else. And we proved that we could have, right? Micah Parsons here going on his podcast telling us that Derrick Henry, could be a generational player. He's the last of the big dogs, that he takes care of his body, that he's going to do incredible things. That's like literally telling your child, you can't have any candy. Johnny, you can't have any candy while you're sitting there eating some cotton candy. Johnny, candy will rot out your teeth. You can't have any. You can't have any, Johnny. As I pull off a piece. You know how good this cotton candy is, Johnny? But you can't have any. Look, we can't have Derrick Henry. And here it is. We got Micah Parsons telling us how great he is. What? I don't want to hear this. And now you're talking about Sam Darnold, a team that's 4-0, and praising him. Well, let's have a conversation about Sam Darnold, about how great he is. As we're sitting here 2-2. I don't want to hear about how all these other people are doing great things and we're ass. I don't want that. Johnny want a rib too? Oh, man. Hey, Rhonda, how much for a rib? I'm sorry. I bet you, although, now here's the other side of the equation. Here's the other side of the equation that I was trying to impress upon when I was telling you guys about this person who's literally like, you're obsessed with the Eagles and you're crying this, that, the other, and doing all these videos. Rule number one of the media is to get people to watch. It doesn't matter if they're coming to watch because they love you or they hate you. As long as they come and watch, that's all they care about. And if you've got Lord Brunson cussing out Big Play Slay for being on Micah Parsons' podcast, and I'm sitting here lambasting Micah Parsons and saying, bro, what are you doing teasing me about Derrick Henry? Then you've passed rule number one. We watched. We created, rule number two, create a reaction. Create a reaction. Whether it's sorrow, people are sad. Oh my God, did you hear about this story? Take a look. Oh my God, it's so. That's a reaction. Anger. Yo, bro, did you see what they said about us, man? Look at this. Look what Stephen A. Smith said about our Cowboys. That's outrageous, right? That's a reaction. Or something that's just so beautiful. It's the perfect sunset. Oh my God, I've never seen something so beautiful. That's a reaction. And that, my friends, Micah Parsons got down the social media, because last week I literally sat around with you guys waiting for his podcast for him to do the walk of shame. 2 hours. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Mike and Linda in the house. Shout out to Mike and Linda. This Monday night game right now with Miami and Tennessee up 3-0 in the second quarter. It's kind of ugly. So I don't know. I don't know if this is Micah Parsons looking at broadcast career after the NFL, maximizing his exposure, because you only have, certain amount of time to, in football, that you want to figure out what the next thing is. You don't know, right now, we don't know if Tua's career is about to be over. So you want to make as much hay, and I can't disrespect the man for trying to make his hay. I switched to I got another. Hang on, let me turn on the other TV. Hold up. I don't know. I actually listening. I don't know if you guys heard DeMarcus Ware today. DeMarcus Ware talking to him, basically sending a message to him about throwing his teammates under the bus and talking to him about leadership and things like that. I feel like Micah Parsons, who is an nice tackle, man. It's ugly, but damn if they ain't throwing people left and right. Micah Parsons is an incredible talent, but being a talented player doesn't necessarily mean that you are a leader. And that's where the Cowboys need to figure that out, or he needs to figure it out, of being a leader. And, you remember last year where Malik Hooker was kind of like, when the team can't tackle, and you're doing your podcast, and to me, you're being super friendly with Big Play Slay, bro, this, I don't think it's a good look. I don't think it's a good look at all. But, again, I can't, it's not my place to tell another person how to do their job and their career and so on. He can do anything he wants to do as long as it's okay with the Dallas Cowboys. And apparently the Cowboys, the Cowboys are okay with what he does. Derek Young, you agree with me 100%? Amon, what's good? Not the podcast of Micah Parsons. I'm not feeling it. Not feeling it. Not feeling